Today is Friday, August 28th, 2026. Welcome to This Week in Natural Refrigerants News, where we recap the top stories on naturalrefrigerants.com. This podcast is generated and read by artificial intelligence and may contain errors. We're your hosts, 18 and Mo, and the articles for today's podcast were organized by naturalrefrigerants.com's managing editor and written by its writers. You can find links to each article in the show notes. So today we are tracking some really massive shifts across the industry. We're looking at a serious push to untangle the U.S. ammonia regulations and then some European consolidation moves that signal a pretty big global land grab. Oh, and a breakthrough in Asia that literally turns low-grade data center exhaust into premium cooling.
Yeah, it is a packed week for sure. And the regulatory side is seeing some much-needed action, I think.
Yeah, starting right there with the IRR's NORM task force. They're going aggressively after the regulatory overlap between the EPA and OSHA's Process Safety Management, the PSM.
PSM.
Yeah, it's like two different managers handing a plant operator slightly different safety manuals for the exact same ammonia system.
Exactly. I mean, it just breeds compliance anxiety.
Yeah.
Right now, if a facility uses over 10,000 pounds of ammonia, they risk double jeopardy, basically.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, being fined by both the EPA and OSHA for a single incident. So NORM's objective is to persuade the EPA to just simply defer to the 9 ANSI-backed IRR standards instead of running parallel rules.
Right, and shift the federal enforcement dollars down to state-level programs and, I think, local emergency planning committees.
Exactly, yeah.
Which puts the oversight into the hands of the people actually in the community, rather than navigating this massive federal bureaucratic maze.
Well, which actually brings us to a different kind of streamlining happening over in Europe right now. Ref just bought a 90% stake in the Lithuanian manufacturer Refra.
Yeah, Refra does about 45 million euros annually, but this isn't just about buying revenue, right? Ref is clearly hungry for their transcritical CO2 and hydrocarbon tech.
Oh, absolutely.
But let's look at the timing here, because Refra just debuted a really unique CO2 and propylene subcooling system at Chelventa.
Right.
And it's designed specifically to keep systems subcritical in high ambient temperatures. So I'm wondering, was that extreme climate engineering the real catalyst here?
I'd argue yes. I mean, integrating a proven high ambient solution into Ref's massive global sales network is a huge tactical advantage.
Yeah.
You don't just buy a company for its current balance sheet, you buy it for the R&D.
Yeah.
You can scale instantly across your existing distribution channels.
Right, and scaling R&D is exactly what we're seeing from IV Product. Another Swedish connection there. They just launched their new R290 thermal cooler HP.
Oh, right, the one integrated into the Invistar flight?
Yeah, into the air handling unit.
Yeah.
And they sank 14 million euros into developing this line, which, that tells me bringing propane indoors safely isn't just some side project for them.
No, definitely not. It is a core strategy. And the engineering really reflects that investment, particularly for those northern European climates. They intentionally placed the DX system and the rotary heat exchangers on the warm side of the thermal wheel.
Okay, wait, let's unpack the mechanics there for a second. By placing it on the warm side, how exactly does that prevent the frost buildup that, usually plagues these heat pumps?
Right, so because the thermal wheel recovers heat from the exhaust air first, it's basically preconditioning it. So the evaporator stays above freezing even when it's like minus 20 degrees Celsius outside.
Oh, wow, minus 20.
Yeah, and because of that strategic placement, they're hitting 185.4 kilowatts of heating capacity.
Right.
And that's without even needing an external boiler or a chiller to assist.
That's wild. And they even have a patent-pending R290 leak dilution device in there, too, just to prove they are really serious about the safety side.
Yeah, they're covering all their bases.
Meanwhile, looking globally, the Chinese manufacturer Snowman Group is aggressively pushing their own footprint, largely by leveraging past acquisitions of European brands like RefComp and SRF.
Yeah, we are seeing them deploy advanced ammonia and CO2 technologies really heavily into Southeast Asia and Latin America right now. Plus, at China Ref 2026, they just rolled out this full industrial heat pump portfolio covering everything from food processing to high-temperature waste heat recovery.
I have to push back on their strategy, though, just a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Because they emphasize this highly localized engineering for these emerging markets.
Right.
But, can a massive centralized global manufacturer truly pivot fast enough to beat out the established, nimble regional players on their own turf?
Well, I think you might be underestimating what they actually bought with RefComp.
Really?
Yeah, they didn't just buy patents. They acquired established European engineering frameworks.
Oh, I see.
So you combine that with the sheer manufacturing scale and the cost advantage that Snowman brings, and I mean, local players have a very serious fight on their hands.
Okay, fair point. Fair point. Let's close out with some serious R&D out of Asia then. KMM, working with Samjung Tech, just demonstrated a 10-kilowatt ammonia absorption heat pump prototype.
Oh yeah, this is the breakthrough of the week. It bypasses traditional mechanical compression entirely.
Okay.
Instead, it uses an electrochemical compressor that transports the ammonia through an ion-conducting membrane.
Wow.
And that's paired with a newly designed absorption bed.
Wait, I need a mental model here, because a normal compressor mechanically squeezes the gas, right?
Right, exactly.
How does an electrochemical membrane move refrigerant without any moving parts?
So think of it less like a physical pump pushing water up a hill and more like a highly specialized chemical sponge.
Okay.
It's pulling it through molecule by molecule using an electrical gradient.
That is fascinating.
Yeah, operates almost silently, and it thrives on low-grade waste heat,
Like what temperature?
right around 40 degrees Celsius. And they're hitting a specific cooling power of 346.5 watts per kilogram,
Oh, wow.
which is double the international standard.
That's huge. And that 40 degrees perfectly matches the 40 to 55 degrees Celsius exhaust streams coming off liquid-cooled data centers.
Oh, exactly.
It's like turning lukewarm exhaust into premium cooling. It really makes you wonder, as server farms scale exponentially globally, are we going to see food processing plants deliberately built right next to data centers just to harvest that waste heat for their cooling networks?
That is definitely something to watch.
This is AT&MO, and this has been the Week in Natural Refrigerant News.